the show, the paints, the grows. Corey Mercurio number 3.
Mercury Chrome.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Craig.
I can feel it, ball busting in the air.
Yeah.
Look at this graph. I've been really trying. This is the greatest day of.
Yikers. Unmute. Welcome everybody to tonight's Plumes of Hazard. No cats were harmed in the making of that video, but some angsties were. I am Mass9, and these are my co-hosts, Fubaka and the Angstful Vapor Schmucks of Arts.
Sludge-bye, everyone.
I need to redo my mic because it's like over here, and I'm like always talking to it. I need to be talking to you, the people.
Right. No, he's not joking, by the way. I was literally out of breath and crying just a minute ago because I've never seen the cat one until just a minute ago. It just got me.
Got him.
Totally got me.
Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Hello, Addie. I haven't said hello to you yet. Hello to Berlin. Hello to Australia land. We got all kind of cool people from around the ways to talk to you tonight. Glad you're here. Welcome. If it's disturbing anybody that I not only have sleeves on, I've got a hoodie on. Sorry, but I was able to put jeans and a hoodie on today for the first time in forever. Probably like 7 months.
Did you see the picture today of the as the front was coming down? It was like 50 something in a part of Texas, and it was 100 in Galveston.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Like, and that was not that far away. Maybe less than 100 miles distance.
We had it was hot as shit at the beginning of this weekend, and it legit went from like 90 something up here to I think it was 2 mornings later it was like 30 and raining.
It's still 90 fucking something here.
Oh, sorry, UK. Sorry. Yeah, of course there's UK here too. My bad. Of course.
UK.
My bad. I will apologize to you to your face. Man. Okay, after all of that, I need a drag.
Oh, whole thing.
Wow.
Oh, so good. So, by the way, thank you to Craig. Craig from the UK land sent us the whitetail one, which I hadn't seen before either until this morning. The thing is so funny because he was stomping, doing the normal, like, whitetail thing that even when they're not mad, they like stomp. And it just marches right the fuck through that thing. It was awesome.
It's like that guy that went and met one of them and it ended up blasting him in the face.
Yeah.
It would tear you up. I feel like
that's right. Tony was talking about how he said it was like it was like 90 or 99 or something this morning. I was like, fuck. It's like nearly freezing weather outside.
It was a little muggy today. It's been generally chilly.
It's been dumping here this last week. Just absolute coming down in buckets. It went from hot and like that to freezing ass cold and like that.
Oh, interesting.
So, Duro, I don't know what the beef is necessarily between Stefan and the Vaping Creek. I don't. I know they have historically not gotten along very well. I suspect there was somebody else that Stefan was mad at somebody else. It was not Dimitri, but he did mention that podcast do you think? So I don't know if he was interviewed over there or what, but apparently apparently guy says some bullshit, which Stefan vehemently denies. And whatever, you know. I don't know. But I just thought it was funny. He just looks, Stefan he was upset enough today. That's what he just looks like. He's cocked and locked. That's what I said.
So, I think right off the bat, what are you vaping on there, Angsty?
Who, me?
Yeah.
This week, I think this is actually the same as last week. I've had a really bad couple of weeks, just IRL, and I've done very little when it comes to vaping. The only thing that I've been using is just my my Happy Little Bliss, Limelight Bliss with the RAM board inside, and of course Railcracker, my derailment in here. And, I've still got the VIN on top, still got the Omen tip and the bell cap. I haven't changed shit. I haven't even built my billet box. I've done nothing. This is the only thing I've used. I've been really boring. I do had some. See, what was it? I think it's 3 weeks ago. I got the stupid expensive bell cap, shorty cap for the ESG Skyline, and it's worked great. But I haven't touched that either. Like, yeah, you know, I don't know if you. I'm sure everybody's had those days where it's crappy at work, it's crappy in your interpersonal relationships. It's just everything just kind of like you're just going to get through, and vaping just doesn't take priority. I apparently have an addy to come in to do some reviewing on, which I'm appreciative of. But I actually told them initially to not send it because I just didn't think I was going to have the brain power or willpower to get through a real interview or a real review of it. But they insisted. So I think it's still coming. So I'll definitely give it a fair whack, that's for sure, as I can. But it's not here yet. I thought it was going to be here this weekend, but I'm not tracking or anything, so I was just assuming. But we'll talk about it when I get it, of course, and I'll let you see it and tell you what I think about it. That's it. That's all I got. How about Foo?
Just got the limo with the Narca with the abolishment. Yeah. And solo.
Solo.
How about you, VapeMats Blast?
I got the Pindad with the DNA, just like last week, and some Masty in here this week. I've been, you know, I've talked about this before about the replay, and I still say that there's something with whoa, what happened to all of a sudden the sound, we went quiet. Food disappeared. I don't know. I think there's something up with leaving it for a long period of time. I still think, you know, a week, and I've been trying to see, you know, don't touch it and see what it does, and it takes it a little bit to come back. And sometimes, which is good, it'll ask, hey, is this the same coil?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I always say no and let it, you know, do its thing. But yeah, what I'm vaping on. No, you know, one of the things I wanted to, I know Food just left, but one of the things that I wanted to bring up that I saw this posted today, and this is a service that I use, and if you feel confident and comfortable using this online when you're making payments, because you see all of these, you know, oh, there's been a breach that's happened. It's a website called privacy.com. Privacy.com allows you to link your, for example, debit card or credit card or anything like that to their site, and it allows you to create burner cards. It allows you to create cards for merchants online where you set the limit. You can set a daily limit, a monthly limit, so you can have them, you know, you can have recurring accounts. Their full source code of their site and their backend is available online, so anyone can view it. It's been peer reviewed. I mean, this is legit. They've been around for a few years. The reason is, you know, back in the day, PayPal was about one of the first ones that created a plugin that worked with a browser that you could create burner cards. This was even before the banks started doing them. And of course that cost them money, and it, you know, ended up going away. Well, privacy.com has been doing it, and the way that they get money is they attract businesses to pay them to advertise them for customers to use it. So you're really not getting any ads or anything like that. Anyways, long story short, a post on ECR by Urano_Mitria says, hey, check your bank statements. It looks like potential data breach at eSig Express. eSig Express is, pretty popular. There's been a lot of people that have used it. And of course, he gets bombarded by people saying, hey, this is the age old question. How do you know where your card was breached at? You use your card everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, he doesn't. He's got a specific card that he has called, let's say, eSig Express at privacy.com. And that card, he has it set to only allow the amount that is being charged. So if the total is $62, he puts $62. And if anything happens, plus or minus from that, you're going to get a denial, and it's going to tell you. So, of course, he got I'm going to pull it up right now. He got a decline from them, and this is what it looks like when it comes up. Basically, they'll send you an email and say, hey, something's going on, and here's what it looks like right there. It says, hey, this is a 0.62 charge. This is what they do. When scammers
just
steal your information, they just pop you with a little bit just to see if the card's active. And if it's active, it's game over. And usually fraud detection departments will pick that up. Here's another image of what it looks like. Okay, and telling you, there's the card and all that stuff. It's a really good service. If you don't use it, if you haven't used it, check them out. I'm not advertising for them. Just be smart, check them out. But this is a great tool to use, especially on a lot of, vaping related sites, because they're constantly getting hit. I mean, look, when someone like Newegg gets their, checkout cart breached, where they are able to steal people's information for a month, somebody as big as that, you can just imagine what a mom and pop shop, website can do. So
right, running some, like fly by night sort of cart system.
Yeah, and even look, WordPress sites, Squarespace sites. I mean, they're all popular, and unless you're staying on top of them and updating those plugins, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen. So give them a look.
Duro's asking for the website. Isn't it like privacy.org or something?
No, it's just straight up privacy.com. Privacy.com. Yep, straight up privacy.com.
And by the way, you should check with your bank, because I know the credit card that I use pretty often, I use it and then just pay it off, is through my bank, which is Bank of America. And they have the same kind of thing. Like, you can generate however many cards you want, set an exact limit on how much is basically allowed on that card. You can set it to expire today. You can set it to expire in 3 months or a year or whatever. Yep. There's a lot of controls there that they do, and it's just baked into my card.
So basically, a lot of people have asked, hey, well, how are they paid? And like I said, through the merchants. So right on their site, it's 100% free to use. We take money from the merchants, just like credit cards do. So we won't sell your information or surprise you with any hidden fees. Yeah. So, and I've been using this service for almost 2.5 years, because I have burner cards set up where if I'm going to make a purchase and I don't want that card to be available after that transaction, which most of the times I'll do that. It's one-time use. I mean, and literally the card comes up, you can just hit a button and it copies all the information for you, and you can just drop it in the site. This is one of the cool things. Well, first of all, they do have a plugin for Chrome. Okay. And why we're bringing this up during our vaping show? Well, because that's what we do. But a lot of people are doing a lot of purchases online. You can get the plugin for Chrome. I think they have one for Firefox also. But another thing is a lot of these places want you to put in your personal information. Okay. Yeah. We're talking about first, last name, address for sure. Some even ask you for phone number. Guess what? You could, when you're using the privacy.com card, you could put mofo at mofo wherever. You can have it go to any address you want. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not tie to your credit card. It doesn't make that check that a lot of these vendors will do. So
I wonder how that works with the blue check and the age verification stuff.
I'm not sure, but I've done it at plenty of sites where I just put address where the stuff is going to get delivered. I'll usually we'll put here, or I'll put B&J's main address location in Colorado. But whatever, it doesn't matter. You can put, whatever. And, you don't have to have the information. So, it helps. Now, will you have some issues at some sites? Maybe. Yeah. But, you can have multiple funding streams. You can have all kinds of stuff. And you get a dashboard that shows you the cards that you have set up and the limits. And if there's been any charges, you can pause the card. So if you have something set up like for Netflix, and they also, a lot of these merchants are advertising with them. So when you start typing the name of the card that you want to create, it'll actually come up. So it'll be a red Netflix logo, one that you can set up. So anyways, it's just, something free and, easy to use online. So, and anyway, so going back to the story, yeah, a lot of people are trying to discredit this guy saying, dude, you use your debit card everywhere. How do you know? Well, this tells you exactly how you know. So there you go.
Well, I mean, it's just a bad idea. Welcome to 2018. It's a bad idea, to use your debit card anywhere online. You're not covered like you are with a credit card. Get a credit card, pay it off every month.
So in the thread itself, also they say, haven't they had issues in the past? And a few people were saying it was speculated but not confirmed. Well, even speculated. Some people are saying, well, that's it. But anyways, there you go.
So before you start talking about the privacy stuff, who was it? Was it Festy? Oh, I was searching in the wrong window. Oh yeah, it was Festy. Does Anxie actually wear that hat in the background? I do. I'm not a I don't have any cowboy hats, but I do have like a this is my fishing hat. Just a wide brim hat to keep the sun off your neck and out of your eyes and the rain out of your eyes. I used to wear that. I bought it originally for some of my Canada trips. We're just out in a boat for 8 hours a day or whatever, sitting on the water. Even though it's often cool there, it's also often quite hot in the summer. And of course, you're on a lake and sun's bouncing up everywhere. It's dumping rain on you sometimes. Need a good wide brim hat.
I mean, down here, you go out fishing, you're gonna die with the sun. So you better bring a freaking hat.
A lot of those the newer, younger fishing YouTube channel guys, they almost exclusively wear those the scarfy veil-y things or whatever you can pull over your head and pull up to your eyes. And they all wear those things because you need them, right? You spend that much time outside on the water, you're gonna get toasted.
So you used to ride a motorcycle, so you know that bugs are gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So if you go fishing, most of the time you can be going up when sun's coming up. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Florida, I don't care what time, it doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna have bugs. Bugs over water get even bigger. Okay. So having one of those, definitely helps. But it always amazes me. I see all these people down here, and you get a lot of tourists, and I always say I got into the wrong profession. Yeah, I should have been a dermatologist because holy mother God, there's so many people down here. Like when you go to the dermatologist, like if you go, and people, you should go at least once a year to get checked up. Trust me. I don't care if you fucking live in your mom's basement all the time. The sun ain't the only thing that can cause issues.
All you gotta do is look at somebody that does that for a living, right? Look at a fisherman. Look at guys that are on the water all day long. You pick a guy that's got a complexion like me.
Sleeves all the way down. Gloves. These people, and so they're out in the water all the time. But I mean, man, it's amazing to see. Man, they just come back fucking beet red, boils and shit. It's
well, even when they're not beet, even when they're properly using sunblock and all that sort of stuff, and they're trying to take care of themselves, they'll get as dark as leather. Their skin you age your skin really fast when you don't take care of it. Hessian, yes, this is actually with sleeves. Today was the first day that I was able to wear a hoodie, and it's still quite cold in my house, so I went ahead and just wore it today.
So what's the temperature in your house though?
I cut on my heater today because it was 40 degrees this morning.
Okay.
and it was pretty chilly. So it's probably 65 or something here in the house. So it's enough to where I'm cozy in a hoodie. Yeah. But I do have a post shirt on, and it's sleeveless.
Will said, "Look at a 52-year-old ex-trophy wife MILF with the leatherette skin." Yeah, that's right. I mean, Leatherface. They are down here all the time, and
you remember Roland Martin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The professional fisherman. So his son is roughly our age, and I think he's a little older than this, but not by much. And I've seen him on at the end of like a pro tour, and the dude looks like
completely different
walnut, like stained walnut. Like he is dark brown. Then you look at him and some of those things, and he looks more like me.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
And see, and the problem too is that you will, even with sunblock on, you will still char.
Yeah,
you just won't feel it, and it'll be at that different layer of your skin. But yeah, I mean, they sell some awesome stuff down here, like the full shirts that breathe, and they have a UV blocking.
Right.
Don't think just wearing your cotton shirt, is going to do it.
It's super thin, still breathes, but still blocks all the sun.
Yep.
And they even make like hoodies and stuff out of it too, right? It's still, you can wear it in the middle of summer.
They do.
It's still okay.
I think that YouTube Veritasium, he did a really cool using a UV detection lens, kind of like the one that they use for people to see all their sunspots and stuff on their face.
Yeah.
Man, it was crazy when the girl doing the promo went like this, and she just put some luck on. It was black.
Yeah,
it's straight black. That was amazing. So right there, it shows you it's just absorbing all that. So
Rob's asking, how do you squonk a rail cracker when it's that cold? Now I have
very careful.
It's difficult. It depends on the addy. So one of the things that the Vina, I like the Vina a lot. But one of its things that I'm not a huge fan of is the squonk hole in the bottom of the 510 pin is quite thin. It's a small diameter. So if it's cold out, you better be keeping this thing in your front pocket or something so it's staying warm. Because otherwise, rail cracker's going to get thick as shit. That's for sure.
Yeah. That and once you hit it a few times or keep it in your hand, or you said keep it in your pocket, it'll warm up.
Yeah. Now, then again, I don't live like where Shane lives. He lives in Alaska, so I'm sure, regardless of where you're keeping it, that's just gonna be cold as fuck in the middle of winter.
Can you imagine having like a 500 mil and just like,
dude? Even here, when it was like 15, 20 degrees out, it's fucking insane because it's thick.
Yeah.
Mine too, Costello.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'd probably have to keep mine in the fridge for it to do that.
Wow. And, we have the opposite problem down here, too, back when I used tanks all the time. There's days where it's, 100, 110. If you're outside for a long time, it doesn't matter what VG percentage you're using. That shit gets watery as hell.
You still have, there's still a distinct feel squonking rail cracker no matter the temperature. It's just, you have to, no matter the temperature, you always have to push it a little bit harder than any other juice.
Will is suggesting that aliens have fucked with their son.
Yeah, maybe.
It's possible. I've seen it. Hey, by the way, before I forget, or no, you can go ahead. No, that's fine. Go ahead. You said you were going to talk about it.
What?
It's somebody's birthday.
Oh, the Bobusta. Yes. Happy birthday.
Hat?
Happy birthday, Mr. Eric Sire.
Yeah, why don't you put on the chef hat when you wish him happy birthday?
That's right. We had a comment last week, Massey, that said, "Where can I get a Titan chef hat?"
Hang on. There we go. I can't even put my headphones on.
Perched delicately on top of your head.
Suck on my salty chocolate balls.
So not only happy birthday to Mr. Sire, but also this is the last couple of days for his games Kickstarter, which
the 18th, I believe, it runs until
is not looking great. But if it's something that you're interested in, I really do think you should click on it because A, Eric's a good guy. B, I've heard nothing but positive things from people that have played it. I think it's cool. I put the link in chat if anybody's.
You gotta do. I followed a few Kickstarters, and honestly, Sean's probably the only person that I know that he probably has a trophy of Kickstarters that he's backed.
Yes.
And I mean, because that man he's probably about 1%, 2% of all of Kickstarter revenue coming from him. But yeah, you know, he signed up for it. You know, it might be, you know, it's one of those things where it'll probably be available after Kickstarter. And with Kickstarter, you got to do so much promo. Man, you got to do promo. I mean, you know, the videos, and you got to be up there posting all the time. So,
ooh, hey, look, there's somebody from Argentina in here. Hello.
Oh shit.
Buenos nachos.
Buenos nachos, indeed. We should pull out that gift that I sent you the other day, Masty, the chancletas in training or whatever that was. It was that young girl that flipped her flip-flop up in the air, caught it, and whipped at somebody. It was awesome.
Well, the best is the best one that I've seen is been the that one was good, but the lady where like it looks like the streets are flooded or something, and she just breaks. You know, there's a gator approaching, or it looks probably a croc approaching, and she takes her freaking flip flop off. She's like, "No, you don't." She's like freaking holding at it, and the thing's like, "I'm out of here." I'm out of here.
Remember the one where the two girls are like dancing like sluts in the front of their webcam, and their mom comes in.
Oh yeah, the mom comes in. Yeah,
dude, the way she drops the laundry and kicks off the chancla in like one motion, it's just like, whoop. Dude, it's like she's done that shit before. Like,
my mom could take those things off. They would slide on the floor, and she reached down, grabbed it, and did one of the Matrix throws and just throw it. Like one single move, just chancleta off, sliding on the floor, grabbing it, throwing it, and then it goes around the corner.
Boomerang
shit.
That boomerang action.
All right, let's see. So Mr. Sire, I said that I was gonna. Let me see 1 second. Got to pull these up.
You do that. You want to go real quick?
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
I got something.
I need a second. Yeah.
So here's something we talked about just recently. We talked about, and we've talked about it before, but the question of people that are underage and vaping versus smoking, right? And I think the conclusion was, you know, if we're being realistic, if I had a kid and I caught him smoking, would I prefer that he be vaping instead of smoking? Right? It's tough questions everybody's going to have to deal with, you know, as people have kids and whatnot. But this particular article popped up, I think on ECR. There's a town of Howell, and apparently the Popo is going to be watching. And if you're underage, they've got the misdemeanor tickets they're going to be handing out if you're under 18 and vaping. Now, to me, I don't really have a problem with this because I do still support an 18 and over law. I think that's fine. We know that kids are going to get it because you and I and everybody else got cigarettes when we were that age, and we're supposed to be 18. So yet, can you get it fined? And would I prefer that they were vaping instead of smoking just for their health and out of defensive and knowing the fact that we know that it's less bad for you than smoking? Yes, but at the same time, the law is still a law. You still got to follow the law. And if you're at home, fine. If you're somewhere private or whatever, but if you're rolling around underage and vaping, sure, good. So, yeah, you're breaking the law. So I don't know.
I mean, breaking the law. You know, down here when I was in school, it was always, you know, oh, you're out and about. When you're not in school, you're getting a ticket. You're getting arrested. You know, oh, you're smoking, you're getting a ticket. I mean, you know, my wife got a ticket. She got pulled over once, and she got a ticket. She was underage, you know, smoking down in Miami, and it was like, okay,
right,
you know, I'll take that versus a, you know, moving violation or something. So, right. But it, you know, it's nothing new. I mean, you're vaping. See, all right, so you remember my story about my friend who was telling me about the person at their work who felt entitled to vape inside?
Yes.
They got fired.
Oh, for blowing the cloud in the person's face?
they kept, and so she's like, I walked by their desk and I could totally smell it, you know. So they kept doing it inside. Yeah, I mean, the person was on probation, but they were let go because of that. You know, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
You know, you're doing this in a professional environment, and
yeah,
so.
you would hope you'd get a hey.
Oh, they did. They did.
Right? And they did, right? Yeah,
They
you said
did.
that they
Learn
did.
how to spell for fuck's sake. Jesus.
They did twice. So
Yeah.
and,
So at that point, I don't know who you can blame but yourself.
she's like, yeah, the cube next to her neighbor took a picture, and dude, this person must have been like fucking ripping them, because the person took a picture from their cube and it looked like it was a rain cloud above coming down. I mean, like it was. I'm sure the lights made it seem a little worse, but what the fuck?
Right.
So-
Vic is asking if this includes traditional tobacco products. I assume you mean the link that I was just showing. It doesn't mention that, but one would assume, because it is still, I think it's federal that it's 18 and over for tobacco anyway. So it's already against the law, which means they can already give you a ticket for it. So they didn't mention it, but I assume that is still the case.
So last year, which I'll be interested to see what he got this year. But last year, Eric got as a gift from his back then fiance. By the way, we're talking about Eric Sire from Silverstein Vapor. That's him right there, and his costumes. Actually, this is relevant because this is he's
got
playing an
beats on his
extra.
forehead.
He's playing an extra for the new movie. But
somebody with epilepsy problems.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me clear that out of there. But anyway, so his back then fiance, now wife, got him a awesome motorcycle for his birthday. I mean, got a bow on it and everything.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
And then he actually met up with his dad, and they were caught out riding. And if you remember these, these were pulled from TMZ last few weeks. And then he was out with his brother also. So we want to wish a very happy birthday to. I mean, come on, look at the resemblance. I mean, that's ridiculous. Happy birthday to. I think this picture made it onto Facebook last year, and Clay Murrow was actually tagged in it. So that's just awesome. So there you go. Happy birthday, man.
I didn't know Eric was Jewish.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I'm trying to ride here.
So
no, Messi's not out of material. He's pulling old stuff over that keeps reminding him of stuff. I'm sure.
Out of material, fucking Wiggles, get out of here.
Didn't you just see the intro? Like
I know.
The cat that almost made me pee myself earlier.
For real.
Yeah, Josh. Most of us sniped cigs from somebody when we were a kid. That's for sure. I had another thing to talk about. Where was that? Oh, here it is. So this has come up again, and this is weird, right? So I remember, like 100 years ago, we were talking about vaping and airplanes, and the overwhelming majority back then was, of course, you shouldn't do that. It's already against the rules, and you're going to freak people out or whatever, right? That was just what everybody said. Then there was this thing like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, or something like that, where all of a sudden I kept seeing the same, that subject come up, and people like defending it, like arguing that you should be able to, and even if you're not able to, still doing it on a plane, which to me is hilarious, because if there's anything that you want to do when you're sealed inside of a tube going 400 miles an hour, 30,000 feet up in the air, what the first thing that I want to do is to make that pilot do a nosedive emergency landing somewhere and having the fucking feds haul you off of there. That's just sounds like my idea of a good time, right? That sounds like a great idea.
I wouldn't even people are so casual about, like, yeah, I hit my jewel on the plane. I'm like,
are you dumb? So the reason I bring this up is this came up recently in China. it was a country that's not well known for maybe human rights and whatnot, but this guy gets caught vaping on a plane. It's 5 days in detention. That to me, that actually seems pretty light. I'm not sure you'd get off that easy here,
dude. You'd get a fine. It's like a $50,000 fine or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they got that money.
Okay, Anksy, so are you going to talk about what happened in the post in the comment section?
I wasn't going to, but I kind of anyway. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. Yeah.
So a pilot actually weighed in. And said if you go into one of the bathrooms and you set off that fire alarm, he goes, there's two things that'll happen. Either one, there's going to be a report of it's not a fire, but we ain't taking no chances. Find the first place to land and land.
You're going down now. Yeah.
Or two, they can't verify if there's a fire or not. We're landing on the fucking road. So, it's not something to play around with. And if you remember around 3 years ago, there was a so-called vape celebrity that posted a picture and a video of herself stealth vaping on a plane. Okay.
And defending it.
And defending it because they were stealth vaping. They were blowing when they were exhaling. And she was videotaping herself and put the shit on YouTube.
Yeah. She was ghosting it, right? She was holding it and then like breathing into her sleeve or whatever.
Yep. And it doesn't matter. You're doing it while you're on the plane. So that was followed by an FAA complaint that somebody made, and they looked into it. So that's not smart.
Yeah, it's not worth. That's right. That's what you said. It's just not worth. So Duras, you're right. They may not do that. But I'm not willing to risk that, and I'm a white guy. That's just not something I'm screwing with at all. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep, that's correct. You could smoke on a plane before.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Yeah, that's right. It's just not something. That's not a risk that I'm willing to do. Now, is that because I've now quit smoking over 5 years ago, and I am able to wait? Maybe my views are different, but.
So you can squirt some liquid in your tongue. You can bring some fucking nasty ass Nicorette. You can, whatever.
Snooze.
I mean, do any of those.
Or those little Nick sticks, right? The toothpicks with Nick on it, right?
Yeah, just pop the whole pack in if you want to just wild out. But put one in your dick in the bathroom. I mean, who knows? Or just do something.
Snooze.
Yeah. And have I been tempted before? Yes, absolutely. Like back when I first quit, or even before I was vaping, whatever. Like, was I just dying for a smoke on the long flight? Yeah. If you get delayed and whatever, it ends up being 6-8 hours since you were able to have a cigarette. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that's probably not the best place to break that rule.
It's such a pain in the dick, first of all, to bring that shit on the plane. Because, okay, so you have it in your pocket, great. I don't trust a tank, in my pocket or in my bag. The pressure changes are fucking whack, Maybe if it's a complete closed sealed system, but it's not, because it still has a wick and it still has a way of getting. So I don't know. I don't. It's not worth, even dicking around with. So.
I agree.
So one of the things that I wanted to point out was we all know about the hurricane that just blasted the Panhandle, and there is a person online in the electronic cigarette subreddit that is looking for anyone that is around the Dothan, Alabama area to distribute a bunch of juice and donations to Panama City, Florida. So this guy basically got a bunch of stuff also in our vaping. And there's been some people posting saying, hey, this whole area has no power, so charge batteries, juice, whatever anyone can donate and bring in. We all know that first thing you're going to be going after when you're stressed out like that is going to be cigarettes. I don't even know how easy it is to get those there right now, but I can guarantee you it's way easier to get a cig than get something to vape on. So
yeah, for sure.
Just like everything else. So they're looking for, if you know somebody, check out on our ECR to post by Forever Everyone Empty. So
yeah. Josh is hold it in, no vapor. Well, yes, that's true. I mean, most of us can if you don't take a giant ass cloud chaser, if you have a Juul or if you have something low power, you can definitely ghost it. The problem is when you put that to your mouth and you draw, it does make a noise. You can hear it, and somebody's gonna notice. And these days, the flight crew, they know what that shit is. It's not isn't new tech anymore. They know exactly what you're doing, and they have the option to then have marshals waiting for you when you land. They may not do an emergency landing, but they do have that option, and they're fully within their rights to do so. So
they don't play.
They don't play.
Do you really want to be that guy?
Yeah,
so the other issue too is you hear it. It sounds like crackling.
Yep.
Even if it's low, even if it's a small drag, and the person, unless you're on a plane that's almost empty, you're gonna probably have either somebody close to you on the same row, in front of you, or behind you, and you're not gonna go like this to vape, right? You're gonna be putting your head down, doing some bullshit in between the seats, and then bringing your head back up.
Right, like a little this number.
Fucking bring some Coke on the plane. Trouble, right?
What's with all the Oktoberfest shit? People doing cokes off of each other's dicks. Like, what? It's just some video. Dude just pulls out his wiener. They put some coke on it, and on they go on their party. I'm like, damn, drinking all the beer. No, that doesn't matter anymore. Okay.
Hey, Tim Jones just says, "Still vape in the airport all you want." I absolutely have been known to do that.
Yep.
Because that's not a federal crime. That's going to be some dude walking up and going, "Hey, knock that shit off."
You know what? Vape in the fucking bathrooms may probably make them smell better.
Yeah, I've done that.
No, but you have to breathe in poo air. Think about that.
That has been a problem too.
Can you imagine that fucking abolishment with like pissy, shitty, smelly bathroom air? No.
Yeah, I've been there. I've done it.
That's why the place you start taking your pull before you get in the bathroom, and then you.
The airports in the Minneapolis airport, the bathrooms in there, they're no bueno. They are. I had to go use the bathroom before blowing it up on the plane. Don't blow it up on the plane, man. That's not cool. Do your business in the freaking. You got plenty of bathrooms, plenty of time. Just wash your hands.
Yeah. What else I got? I did think this was kind of funny. This guy that says he's a quote unquote old vapor, and if the times that he's referring to are accurate, he started in 2010, which I tried in 2009 and 10. None of it worked because the devices suck back then.
Shit. Yeah, I tried it around then too.
I totally went back to smoking in like a week. But he's like, the title of his post was, "Why are all the mods so ugly now?"
Dude, how many times have we had this discussion in our own group chat?
That's because you're looking at stuff like Squid Vape and all this Chinese shit. There's all sorts of attractive looking mods out there.
Dude, but it's just like the high end scene. I feel like has just like it blew up for a while, and there were a lot of cool mods coming in. I feel like it's back to like it's consolidated again.
It totally is, and I think that's actually one of the things I was got to bring up. So I still think that there's still plenty of nice mods out there, and I don't mean like crazy expensive mods. There's reasonably medium priced mods that aren't terribly unattractive. They're out there. You have to look for them. But you're right. I think in the medium and higher end mod thing, that it's gone down like quite a bit. I think there are a lot fewer people that are chasing. There are a lot fewer people that are flipping mods. There's a lot fewer people that are doing a lot of that kind of stuff. And I don't know why that is, but There is
It's
definitely
because
a bit
it's
of a
not cool
lull.
anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look, 90% of the people who were doing this shit were doing it for money, notoriety, you know, getting up higher in the vape scene,
Yep.
and it's not cool to do that anymore. So they move on to something else. They move on to making beer. They move on to making beard products, and they move on to making keto cookies. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's true. It does. It happens, and I think a lot of it has to do. I mean, with the industry in general right now, which is, in my opinion, kind of stunted by all of the regs hanging over everybody's head. I think it's just not vaping isn't as fun at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we had you know, there for a few weeks, there was the whole, you know, everybody's jumping ship, you know, everybody getting out of vape, blah, blah, blah. And someone legit asked me and Eric, you know, why are you guys still making Titans? We were like, why the fuck not? We're going to make Titans.
They still buy them.
I still want them.
Exactly. You know, and we're still going to put them on the site. And, you know, and honestly, hey, no issues with a business. If you're losing money and you're, you know, so in debt that you can't help, yeah, fine. All these companies said bye. You know, I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, every week that goes by, it's another company saying, okay, you know, we're out. You know, long time companies. We're talking, you know, Prairie. We're talking, you know, huge, you know, juice makers who did really good, who did, and it's there, it's out the window. Why? Because that profit margin isn't there anymore. So you could ask yourself, were they doing it for the money? Well, it hits business, so you better be doing it for the money. If not, you're stupid. But you know,
that's an interesting question. So Horror just said, when was vaping "quote unquote" fun? It's an answer to an addiction. I can tell you when it was fun. It was a lot of fun when I was figuring out rebuilding. It was a lot of fun. I got another big resurgence when I got into like full-time squonking. You know, it's a whole new set of different mods and a different way to vape. I think it's fun when I can talk to somebody that is a smoker that wants to do some harm reduction. That's still fun. There's still fun out there, and it's been fun for me.
The most concise way I could put it is you were figuring out vaping at the same time that vaping was figuring itself out.
Yep.
Well, and I will say it was fun when the government wasn't on our dick.
Yep.
And when China wasn't cloning every piece of device that was out there and making it harder for users to figure shit out. That's when it was fun.
It was, and when there's lots of products coming out all the time, it was fun trying to find something that maybe was a little bit.
Yeah, there were like a few choice like Chinese companies like Hooligans, right? They go back.
Mm-hmm. When you look at the influx of shit that came in from overseas that started catching fire, that started you know, venting batteries. I mean,
that was good, Rob. When Poe had hundreds of live viewers. Yeah, that was fun too.
Get the knife out of there.
Yeah, thank you for getting that knife out. That was good.
What happened to the $2,000 mech mods?
Plumes of Hazard was the shit.
The Caravella sailed away.
That's right.
You know, but hey, you know, I'll say this. I see weekly, you know, trick and cloud competitions around my area and in Orlando, and these people are paying, you know, $1,000 to the winners and stuff like that. So it's very much still going, but it's definitely changed. You know, I think a lot of the innovation and stuff just, you know, went out the window. I mean, you're stopped. You're completely locked out of, unless you were somebody like Evolve who pretty much sat down and, you know, locked everybody in their warehouse for a week and said, let's fucking come up with every possible device that we could ever make, and let's, you know, put a SKU out there and let's have this, you know. And even though they were already, you know, 2 years ahead of time already with stuff that they hadn't released,
yeah,
I mean, you know, it's going to be years.
I think you did bring up a good point. I think that also was when it was a little more fun, is when you saw steps forward in innovation and technology happening, and we've seen so little of that in the last couple of years. That's definitely put a damper on the fun. That's for sure. Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah. But you know, now you can go to, you know, AliExpress or whatever and order a mod that has colored lights that shoot up and color your vape smokes and play Bluetooth audio and stuff, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, the fucking Bluetooth speaker that also vapes.
Yes, Austin. I think that's also true. I think people did get wise to mediocre mods just getting churned out. Yeah, that's for sure. I made fun of it the whole time. Is that when all of a sudden 3D printing became a thing, right? And everybody and their monkey was, you know, 3D printing a box and calling it, you know, some innovative squonker and putting like a little bent piece of brass or silver in it. You know, it was the same. Every damn one of them was the same damn thing. But there were people paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a stupid printed box. Crazy, just crazy. But I think it took the market. It took the market a couple of years, but they finally figured out that was stupid. Now there's still a few that are around, I think, and I think they're still even making mods that at least had them priced appropriately, right? Like Runt. I had a Runt mod. He was one of the earlier guys that was printing things at a decent quality, and he charged a decent price for it. It was like, I feel like they were like $130 or something for a well conducting, decently made box. Fine, you know. I mean, that to me is okay. But you know, there was very little innovation. We'll put it there. Very little innovation. Most of those things were just the same. Yeah, and Rob, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Frankies especially, but peasant mods and like a lot of those other ones that they're all basically the same damn thing.
So, I mean, I'll tell you too, when you know, I'll tell you, you know, when it stopped being fun too is, look, here's an example of what I was talking about. Okay, China, you ready? What in the fuck are you supposed to do with this?
Yeah, the soda pop one or whatever.
What in the hell is this? Like, seriously? And then
it was like a breathalyzer, like a
this is the Smoant Campbell 80 watt starter kit. What the seriously? You expect somebody to use that? You know, and here you go. You got a bottle of soda, a fucking Red Bull. I mean, come on. Like, there you go. That's when it stopped being you know, fun. People, yeah, use that. And then you have this with the coffee cup and the soda cans flying around. Yeah. Campbell. All right. Looks like you're vaping on Thor's hammer.
Scott says, my wife loves hers. I don't know why.
Let's go. You know, let's go back to old school. Okay, let's just do it. I mean,
I want one of those.
Yeah,
I have a collectible. I have, for those of you who have gone to Dave and Buster's, I have an ashtray from Jillian's, which was the establishment.
See, and this one's already pre-browned for the tar.
Pre-yellowed and gross.
Pre-browned.
You have to put like loose lettuce and fries in there too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We have actually, and we're only like an hour in, but I have run to the end of my content that I have for tonight.
Well, that's good because I have content.
Yeah. I'm glad you can get to it.
You got some music for me, Masty?
I do not.
Oh shit!
I wish you would have told me that earlier.
Oh, you give me a minute and I'll get it. I totally forgot.
Oh,
He got distracted with the cat.
I know. Yeah, just ramble on for a minute, literally.
Rebel.
Oh, Duro said that Smoant kit is like $70. I didn't know it was that much. Are you kidding me?
What?
I had no idea.
Pretty ridiculous. It's a 60 watt device, isn't it? Almost there, Ahmed. 1 second.
So Horace said that. Oh no, who was it that just said that? Anyway, somebody back there said that stupid long colored one with the Coke and whatever. Bogan reviewed it, And I did see the fact that he reviewed it. I didn't watch his video, but I'm a little surprised that he did. I'm a little surprised he did because because I actually really like Sam. I think Sam's really funny in general. I've been the first time I caught like his third video way back in the day. I don't even remember where I saw it first, but he basically just got on and yelled at some mod maker that was because this atomizer that he was reviewing was shit. And he just yelled at him the whole time in Australian swearing. It was the best thing I've ever seen on YouTube, I think, as far as vaping goes. And since then, again, I don't watch very many vape reviews, but I really do like him, and I do watch his stuff occasionally just because I like his style. I think his style is cool. And yes, I agree. I'm a little disappointed that he reviewed that, and the only thing I'll say unless he just yelled at it the whole time. If he yelled at it the whole time, then you need to tell me because I want to watch that damn video.
I'm ready. I'm in.
Alrighty.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got some couple of wild cards this week. Crucifixions.
Ooh, wait, hold on. A little too loud because I can't hear Foo.
Okay. How about now?
So yeah, we have some wild cards this week for crucifixions. We're a little off the beaten path this week. Yeah, let's kick it off with.
Is that loud enough, Inksy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this company makes shit
what?
to put on your atomizers to make it.
What is that?
It looks like a growth.
Yeah, that's exactly. It looked like when the person said this to me, Dave. I said it looked like a fungal growth or some shit.
That's really gross. It looks like it's dipped in poo.
You know what it looks like?
Poop just fell on it.
It looks like some of like the gear you start out with in Skyrim.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for somebody in chat to go, "Hey, I make those."
Right? Oh my god. Yeah, this is some good old fashioned.
Harga?
Is that a Belly Liquid USA Harga Gak Sampi 300?
Are they saying that you get a GAC sample?
That's it, right? That's what I was saying.
Is that from Nickelodeon?
I think it's a bar of soap.
That's GAC from Nickelodeon. It's GAC. Remember GAC?
I do. Gag splat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the shit I was referencing last week.
Oh my god. Fantastic Four. Yo, you remember we had the pictures of that. We had the pictures of those.
Did we?
They look like jewel pods. Are they jewel pods?
Yeah,
so.
you remember?
Rebranded as Fantastic Four thing. Oh, and that's a good segue to that other thing that we didn't talk about. Is
that flavor looks really good too.
Yeah, cool kiwi. It's probably not bad.
Right.
So, did you see? And going to some packaging like this, it makes me think about it. Did you see that there were companies that were that had boner pill chemicals in e-liquid pods?
Yeah.
Why am I getting hard on when this is going?
But yeah, that's crucifixions. The pods, first ever crucifixions.
Crucifixions. That's.
Do you remember the Fantastic Four though? They had the rock. They called it like Rockman or something, and they had like different logos for each flavor.
Wait, hold on. If that Fantastic Four thing had a boner pill version of the pod, they could say it's clobbering time. Oh god, I just made myself laugh.
Wow.
Don't vape things that say that they're going to help your penile area. That's a bad idea.
It's vaping after all.
That's your take home of the week from Plumes of Hazard this week, boys. Don't vape over the counter pills. Exactly. All right. I'm calling into this shit.
That's all I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are vaping, you aren't pulling in chicks anyway. Yeah, well, you're right.
Yeah. I don't even want to start talking about that vids of your mom. That happened a while back too, and I don't
My
even want to talk
armor
about it.
brings all the girls to the yard, and they're like, I don't know.
They're like, I don't know. All right, everybody.
Like,
Thanks very much for coming out and talking to us this week. I appreciate every one of you guys in chat because you're what I mean. Besides the fact that I like these two guys, the reason I come back and do this show every week is to talk to you guys in live chat. You guys kick ass. Everybody, you guys have a great week. We will see you back to
Happy birthday, Ballbuster.
Happy birthday, Ballbuster. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Wu-Tang.